Hi, I'm Roman Haen. I was elected president of Sweet Home Student Government. I'm in grade 12. I've been in Sweet Home since first grade, and yeah. When it comes to student government, I think my best strength is problem solving. I'm a very problem solution oriented person. When I have an issue, I will always work hard to come up with solutions that will benefit us and work in our favor. I also think I'm pretty good at negotiation and figuring out what would work best for everyone. Personally, working with the school board, I think I have a lot of advantages with the ability, with my negotiation skills and getting things that we want as freedom. Well, part of it was I hope to one day be a congressman in my future. The experience of being able to campaign and plan and figure out what would work best to sell to different people, that was a very good experience for me. As well as I believe I have a lot of constituents, I have a lot of people who I think would want me to run and want me to fight for them on issues such as bringing back the winter dance, bringing back pep rallies, making sure prom happens, making Sweet Home as normal as it can possibly be in this pandemic. That was something I was big on, especially since it's my senior year. I want to ensure that I and my graduating class gets to experience. If student government could only accomplish one thing this year, well, I'm going to go very broad with this answer. I think it would be to really get the Sweet Home message of one for all for. I forget the slogan. I really do. But we should really work on making sure our community feels as great as possible and work towards making sure our year is as normal and productive as we possibly can in this pandemic. I know it was a close race, and I like to say I'm still very good friends with the other people who ran, John Kaczynski, Matt McGowan. I personally reached out to them both to work in student government. So even though they weren't elected as president, I made sure that they were still able to be involved and still create the changes they wanted to change. Whether or not they were elected, I still gave them opportunities to join student government, and it's their choice on to whether or not they could accept the positions and opportunities I'm willing to give them. So regardless of the election results, we all still are working towards our goals of making Sweet Home a better place and doing what student government would really want.